Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today is going to be a double unboxing from Saint Laurent. I couldn't help myself. One of the items I purchased when I was in Hawaii, and the other one I purchased online just a few days ago because I have been using the purchase from Hawaii and I really like it, and I'll get into that. The other part of the video is going to be some dressing up of my bags by some amazing charms that Paul with Nextfashion and I created together. Well, he did all the creating. I guess, inspired him. I'm his muse. And so I have 8 bags to show you, most of which are Louis Vuitton, but also I'll throw in a Prada and a Longchamp so that you can see how we have made these bags even better and even more beautiful by charming them up, I guess you could say. But let's go ahead and start the video with the Saint Laurent unboxings. This is the one I picked up in Hawaii. You get about a 10% discount in Hawaii, and then you pay the 4.7-ish% tax rate when you're there. The item in this box is one that's hard to get on sale pretty much anywhere. And so let me show you what I got. Lately, there have been a lot of sales on Saint Laurent items, and this one seems to be excluded. I think it's because it's at such a great price point. I have had a couple of the Saint Laurent items similar to this in the past, and they haven't worked for me, but since I bought a duplicate of this that I'm going to show you here in a second, I imagine that you can guess that this item did work for me. Or I guess I should say it does work for me. So let's go ahead and open her up. Ta-da! This is the dark beige with gold hardware wristlet. And on the Saint Laurent website, it's called a pouch, but I consider it a wristlet because it does come with a wristlet strap, which is not inside. So here is the wristlet strap. It clips on right here, and I actually modeled this whenever I was in Hawaii in the Saint Laurent shopping vlog. So I'm going to link that video down below so you can see how it looked with the wristlet strap on me when I was in the store. But since then, I have actually figured a new way to wear this, and it's not my idea, it's not a novel idea, but I do think the insert I have may be one that you haven't seen, so I do want to show you that. The other thing you might want to check out with regards to that video in Hawaii is I did put what items I fit when I was in the store in this bag without the insert, and so that may be helpful as well. When you look inside, I do have my receipt as well as the cards that Saint Laurent gives you with every one of their products, at least every one I've seen so far. And then I have this insert. So this was an insert I purchased on Etsy, made by Joy & Bag, and the way she typically configures it is there's a zipper right here. But because I didn't want to have a zipper pocket right there, I did ask her to make 2 pockets in the place of the zipper, and then this front pocket is one that just comes on it, and there was no issue doing that. There was no extra charge. I have on it a chain from Nextfashion. I believe this one is 48 inches long end to end, and I am loving this combo with this wristlet. And the reason why is because I tried several different chains with different types of chain, different clasps, and this was the one that rubbed the least. It doesn't really rub at all on the leather on the edge of the bag, and I'll show you now what I mean. So within the bag, there is a pocket right here, and that is it. You slide the insert in kind of behind that crease right there, the part that puckers in on the sides. You can see how that slides right in there. The insert will come out occasionally if you have the bag open and hanging from the chain, but it's really only if you're fully opening the top, like say you're standing there and you've got your hand like this, well, then this is going to start to come out. But as long as you have the pressure of the flap, it's going to stay put. It's not going anywhere. What I want to show you is how well this sits right here on the edge. You can see I've got it in its place right behind the part that dips in on the sides, and that's keeping it in place. When I snap it, what I love is that the little ring on the end of the clasp is sticking out right there and keeping the chain from rubbing on the sides of the bag. At least not very much. And this chain is the 9mm curb chain. It is extremely smooth. It's almost like slick. It has no facets on it. And so it works great with this bag because I don't have to worry about it basically destroying the leather. The clasp itself is also very smooth, so any contact it has right here is going to be pretty minimal, I think, in terms of wear and tear. That's something you always have to worry about with these conversion kits. But if you look here, I do think that the gold matches really well. The Nextfashion chain is kind of a little bit paler, and I will say that I do think that the Saint Laurent gold has been, I guess, toned down a bit from what it was when I was buying the mixed envelope bag several years ago, and it was extremely yellow. And that may vary based on the bag, but I did try my Samorga yellow chain with this, and it was way too yellow. And while this is not a perfect match, it's pretty darn close. So here is the bag on me. I think this 48-inch length works really well, and I am super happy with this little cutie, as you will know whenever I do the second unboxing here in a second. I'm gonna just tell you how I pack this bag. I am able on the bottom to lay a Tide to Go stick. I can put my pouch, which is about the size of a credit card case, in the middle. And then on one side, I can put my AirPods case, and on the other, I can put my key fob, and I can also fit in a smaller lip gloss and in this section right here without any distortion. In this pocket right here, I put my nail files because I don't want those touching the inside of my bag. And then I put like 6 cards right there in that pocket. And then in this pocket, I put things like tweezers and a flosser stick and a Band-Aid and just a few things that are relatively flat. I can put my cash back here in this pocket. And so that rounds out what I can carry in this bag. It's not like everything, but it's certainly a decent amount. And I do like that it's just one big open compartment, unlike the Walk, which has the center divider. This bag retails at $7.95, and the wallet on chain, which is most comparable to the size of this, is currently $17.90 on the website. And I just don't use a bag this size enough to justify the difference. It's like $1,000, $995 difference. So for me, doing a conversion like this really works. And I'm sort of thinking about putting a couple stitches and securing this in so that it never comes out, but I'm not positive that I'm going to do that yet, and I'm not sure how to do it because the pocket on the inside I still want to be functional, and on the edges it goes almost all the way to the edge. The best option might be to put like a single stitch down at the bottom, but then I end up with too much tension on it. So I don't know. I may just leave it as is. It's really not too much of a problem with it coming out with how it's tucked behind that bit that folds in. So that is my beautiful new wristlet by Saint Laurent in the dark beige color, adorned with the fabulous Nextfashion chain. So here is another item. I just got this from FedEx today. I did request the fancy packaging, which is free, and so why not? And I did open it up and check it out. I have to. It's just habit. But I haven't put anything in this bag. I actually ordered another insert for this one, but I just ordered it yesterday, I think, or the day before, so it hasn't come yet. So why don't you go down into the comments if you want to do a little fun thing and guess what color I got? Have you had enough time? I imagine you have. So let's go ahead and look. So I got the black for my second one, and the reason I did that is because I have the black with gold hardware Chanel Classic flap, and I have a black and silver Lou camera bag. Enter exhibit 1, and this bag's just not very dressy, so I thought it'd be cool to have a dressier black with silver hardware bag. So this bag also comes with a wristlet strap, and it is here inside. It's got the same grain de poudre leather on it, and it just clips right there to that link. So there it is, like so, if you want to wear this bag as a wristlet, which I might do, I don't know. Nextfashion also makes wristlets that are a chain instead of doing the leather. So here is an example of that with the same kind of chain, and I do really like that look if you are going for something a little dressier. I do have the same chain that I just showed you in silver, and I want to show you another way you can convert this if you buy it and you don't want to use a conversion kit. And this will not drop your bag. It might drop the contents out of your bag if you are opening it and just leaving it hanging, but it's certainly not going to drop the whole bag. And that is that you can clip both ends to the wristlet ring, and this is also the 48 inches, and so it is going to be a lot shorter on me because it has to go underneath the flap. But as you can see, it works pretty darn well to suspend the bag. Now you do have the ring sticking out on that side and not on this side, but I think it looks pretty good. So if you were going to do this, you might want to do the length that's longer than this. Paul lists his chains on Nextfashion in, I think, kind of 3 different lengths, and this is the 48-inch length. So if you don't like your bags up high, you might want to request the next longer one if you want to wear the strap underneath in this way. The only drawback to this is you might end up with it kind of coming off like that. But even that way, I'm not sure that your contents are going to fall out super easily. And it's really easy just to whip it back into place. The emblem on this particular YSL is shinier than the one on my camera bag or my Lou medium shoulder bag, whatever you want to call it. And so I think the match is very, very good with the silver that Paul has on the Nextfashion website. So those are my 2 new bags, or I guess you might call them small leather goods or SLGs. But I plan on using them as bags, and I think they would also be amazing grab-and-go items out of a larger bag, such as like a Marc Jacobs the tote bag or a Longchamp Les Pliages tote. These would both be great options coming out of a bigger bag like that, where you could just pull it out and go do what you needed to do and then put it back. Another great option with these is to use them in a baby bag, because then you can be a little fancy inside your baby bag and you can pull it out when your baby's not with you. And so that's something I did when my kids were small. Before we move into the next part of the video, I do want to thank Nextfashion for generously sponsoring the video and also providing all of these chains as gifts to me so that I can play with them and show you how to charm up your Louis Vuitton and Longchamp and Prada handbags. And I'm sure these charms will work for other brands as well, but I had to stop somewhere. Anyhow, I think you'll really enjoy the different configurations I have to show you, and you can get 20% off using my code. I'll pop it in right here. The chains are fabulous quality. That's a fabulous discount, and I would love it if you're able to find something special either for yourself or for a loved one as a holiday gift, or just a gift because everybody likes getting gifts. So hopefully some of these bags will inspire you to do a little bit of dress up action in your closet with Nextfashion. We're going to start with the bag that inspired it all, and that's the V-Toed BB. And I just want to show you this gorgeous chain charm that Paul designed for this bag. I mean, is that not perfect? And I love that it falls above the handle whenever it is in the down position, because I do plan on wearing this bag crossbody primarily, but it just also works so well when it goes into the up position. You can see it's above the little Louis Vuitton stamp when it's in the up position. And then when it's in the down position, it drapes so perfectly over the top of the handle. I love, love, love it. It has each one of these now on the website. So I'm going to tell you what the number is for this item. It is number 3. And this is the one that has the longer chain in 7-inch and the shorter chain in 6 1/4 inch. So if you're wanting to dress up this exact bag, that length, you know, will work. All of these charms are mixed metal charms that I'm going to show you. I really like mixing up my jewelry, and it's nice to be able to wear silver jewelry with a gold bag or gold jewelry with a silver bag. And so you're going to see a lot of that. We also mix together some gunmetal with gold, and I love that combo too. But this is a perfect little accessory for the Prada re-edition. I love how it drapes just a little bit below the bag, because whenever the strap is on and these little D-rings are in the upright position, it does pull up the chain, and I think that this amount of drape is just perfect. It's all personal preference, but I did try a couple different lengths with my Prada re-edition, and this one was the winner. If you look here, we have the mini Rolo and the candy box chain. If you're looking on the website for this chain, it is number 5, and the measurements are 16 and 15 1/4. Love, love, love that on my Prada re-edition. Of course, I have 3 of the Prada re-editions, and I think that this will work amazing on all of them. One of the things that I don't love about Prada is the re-editions are all in gold hardware for the Saffiano leather. And recently, I guess they've introduced gold for the nylon bags. I'm not sure if they've introduced silver for the Saffiano, but I have seen that Luxury in Life in the Middle, another channel I like to watch, has just purchased a nylon re-edition bag with gold hardware. So I'm thinking maybe silver's on the way for Saffiano if it's not already here. But this chain lets me wear either kind of jewelry without clashing. Next up is my Louis Vuitton Georges BB bag. And I have it paired again with a gold and silver chain. This is actually the exact same chain that I just showed you on the Prada re-edition, but it is a different length. This is, again, number 5, and it is 15 inches for the longer chain, the gold one, and 14 1/4 for the smaller one. And I just love how this updates the bag. Louis Vuitton's including chains with so many of their bags now. And when the Georges BB was released, it wasn't something that they were doing as much. And so I like how you can just put this on and it brings bags that you may have bought a few years ago into a more current configuration. And the other thing is I think Louis Vuitton tends to make their chains way too long, where you might walk by a doorknob and catch the chain on it. So having it be this length where it dips below the bottom of the bag a little, but still above the corners, keeps it closer to your body and reduces the odds that it's going to catch on something when you're walking by. The next bag I'm going to show you is my Longchamp Extra Small in Mock Croc. And I have on this bag a beautiful candy link box chain. So I've shown you this one already on the V-Tote BB, but this is a different length. So this one is number 3, and it's 11 inches and 10 1/4. And I have one more to show you on this bag that I love as well. So this is chain configuration number 2. This is oval and silver and gold. And it's again, the 11 and 10 1/4 inch lengths. And I just want to point out to you that it does depend on the width of the bag, and combine it with the length of the chain, how much difference there is between the 2 levels. But I love how this drapes on this beautiful Longchamp Extra Small. The next beauty I'm going to show you is in chain configuration number 4, which is mini Rolo and mini Rolo in the gold and silver. And look how wonderfully that pairs with my Louis Vuitton Facets charm. I love this combination on the Speedy 20. The length on these chains is 7 and 6 1/2, and so If you're looking to deck out your Speedy 20, this is an excellent way to go. For those of you who have the multi-pochette accessoire and you like to use the parts separately, one of the unfortunate things about Louis Vuitton's design is they chose to make the chain only attachable to the smaller pochette unless you add D-rings. So if you want to use the larger pochette by itself and have a chain on it, you just can't do it without adding a little O spring ring. And so never fear, Nextfashion has you covered. This beautiful silver and gold combo is also the number 4 style, but it's in a longer length, so it stretches the length of the bag. This one is 12 inches for the longer one and 11 1/4 for the smaller. And I just love how that adds bling bling to the front of the bag. You can see I also have a luggage tag. I am also obsessed with charming my bags up with luggage tags. For the most part, I have removed them for the purposes of this video as to not distract you, but I couldn't help but leave this one on my multi-pochette accessoire. These last two, I think, may just be my favorite, and it's the same chain, but in different lengths for different bags. So here is my Croisette, and she has on the lovely 8mm chain paired with the gunmetal oval chain, and this is chain configuration number 2. And for the Croisette, to get this beautiful drape, the length of the chain is 16 and 15 1/2. You can see that it does have the Louis Vuitton style clasps. All of these do, but of course Paul does have different clasp options. I think that the mini clasps work really well though with these chains for each and every one of these bags. Last but not least is my beautiful baloney bag, as I like to affectionately call her. She has a combination of the lovely chain with the oval chain in gunmetal, and I love how this drapes on this bag, and I love how the gunmetal looks with the black trim. This is chain style number 1, and it is 15 inches by 14 1/2 inches. Going through these, there is a large possibility I may have to do a correction on the screen with regards to the style number. I hope not. I'm pretty sure Paul got all of these on the website like I just disclosed to you, but please forgive me if I do get a style number wrong. Hopefully seeing all the bags with these chains will aid you in deciding which ones to get for your beautiful bags. If you do use my discount code, which will be linked down below, it is 20% off. Woohoo! And so you can get a great discount and hopefully get some great gifts for the holidays, maybe for you from family or from somebody else, if you know they have one of these particular bags. So that does it. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @, then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.